Alright, I got the underwater rig ready. We're doing some Tautog bait testing today. I'm going to start with green crabs. We got green crabs, fish gum, clam fish bites, crab fish bites, crab gulp crab, lobster tail, raw shrimp, fresh clam, super fresh clam, and mussels. Alright, going down with the green crabs first. Underwater XL, extra large bait test. Gonna do a lot of testing today. And this is a very educational video. I learned a lot from it. You can see Tog really can't resist a green crab. Green crab, blue crab, Asian shore crab. That's really what you want to use when you're going tog fishing. But you're gonna see in this video there are some other options. And something I'm doing different in this video compared to the last bait test. I'm curious if you can figure it out. It has nothing to do with the bait, but I'm curious if you can figure out what I'm doing different in this video. Yeah, they're obsessed. They're following it all around. And I did not chum the water at all. This is my first drop. And I wanted to use the green crab just to... I can feel the vibration of the taps from up above, so I just wanted to make sure that the fish were actually there before I started the test. So I knew the green crab would bring them in. And yeah, they're obsessed. You can see that fish picks up that crab right there, swimming away with it. That's what you want your jig. That's what you want to see on your line with your jig before you set the hook. You saw that fish swam away with the crab, picked it up, and then started to swim away with it. A lot of times that's when you want to set your hook from up above. But yeah, green crab, I mean, you can't go wrong. There's something about the broken half green crab that just the scent in the water, I think that they can instantly pick it up, and I think it's just their favorite to eat. But I will say I've been using the blue crab around New York City. I've got a blue crab video coming out, and it works sometimes better than the green crab. So sometimes it's just a matter of throwing something different in there if they're not interested. Or if there's a bunch of people, you know, togging around you and they're all using green crabs and you throw a blue crab down there. Alright, here's where the test starts. Lobster, going down, lobster tail. Sea bass immediately is going nuts on it. Tog are curious. I bet you they rarely see this. Sea bass have got no fear. Tog are a little hesitant. Porgy's a little hesitant there, you can see. Oh, Porgy's taking some taps now. There's a bait off camera to the left and to the right that you can't really see. I've got kind of like a spiral formation going on with the baits. Tog are... You can tell the tog want it, but they're a little hesitant. Alright, drop 2. And I did a few drops with all these baits just to make sure that I was, you know, in a good place where I wasn't going to spook the fish. Alright, there we go. There's the tog taking a bite right there. He swam away quick, so he might have been a little scared, but I think that proved it right there, that the tog will indeed hit it. And they are following it around. You can see that female really took a nice swim to go for that lobster. You can tell they want it, but they're a little shy. I always think about this when I'm dropping my crabs down and I'm not getting hits. Like, are the fish just staring at it? Here we go with the raw shrimp going down. And I did a couple of weird drops here. I'm really trying to get into these cracks and crevices. That's a lot of times where the big tog are hanging out. And you can see these younger females are interested in the raw shrimp, but they're not really They're not taking it. Oh, there we go. Not sure if that was a tog or a sea bass. I think that's a sea bass off to the left. Yeah, it comes into frame now. That's a sea bass going for the raw shrimp. Tog coming from the top of the frame. Interested. I tried to move the rig in a bunch of different areas. Yeah, sea bass are loving it. Oh, Tog just tried to take a swipe for it. Yeah, I mean, you can tell there. Oh, there you go. There's the test right there. Tog took it. So it might have been kind of scared of my rig. They're a little... Okay, going down with the clam. So the shrimp worked. That last take by that Tog made me know it worked. Clam going in. They are stacking up. Very curious. And I will say, like, no matter what bait that I'm using, that vibrational slam on the seafloor will bring the fish around regardless of what bait I'm using. There's something about that slam vibration that always brings the fish over. So if you're vertically jigging, I would say, like, just making sure to have bottom contact. If you're using, like jigs or artificial or something, just that slam on the bottom of the seafloor definitely always brings the fish around and they get curious. That's something I picked up from this video. Something I kind of knew, but now I'm like confirmed that vibration slam on the seafloor always brings them around. Not much interest in you see a burgal coming around. Not much interest in the clam for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know if they got tuned in to the crabs and stuff, and maybe they're getting thrown off now, but you can tell they're coming around. Sea bass just took a hit of the clam. There we go. You can tell they want it, but they're not committing. Sea bass are aggressive fish, I swear. They're a lot easier to catch than a tog, that's for sure. And that's the floor we're working with there. You can see that's me from above. So I'm at 13 feet. You can tell the water, since it's cooled off, it's really clear. You can see me up there pretty easily. And that's the rig I'm using. I can feel all these taps from above, so I kind of know when it's done tapping to stop. This is super educational. So we're going down with the mussels now. These are fresh mussels from the grocery store. Immediate taker. Immediate commitment. And check out the scar on this fish's face. This is a really cool thing that I noticed. Like, once this fish got a taste of the bait, it was all in. It really committed to it. But the mussel, I mean, that's like one of their main forages. So something I picked up from this video. Yep, here they're coming around now. They all got a scent. They all got that scent from the mussel. So something I picked up from this video is, I think I'm just going to start bringing some fresh mussel with me, crush it up, and I'm going to use that as chum just to bring them around. And then I'm going to start dropping crabs, like, it's like a treat, so it'll look a little bit different, but I can still use, the mussel to essentially like scent bomb and bring the fish around to the area, and then drop the green crabs on them. I mean, that's what I'm going to try the next time I go out togging. That's just something I learned from this video, is that the mussels and the clams, that's kind of part of their main diet, so it makes sense that they're gravitating. But check this out. There's a scarfish. Followed the rig over. You can tell it's really committed. Really committed to the mussel. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of getting the same reaction to the green crab with the mussel. The fish are all over it. not sure how to really fish with mussel, so I'm gonna do some more research on that too, see if I can get one on a jig. But here's the gulp crab. Fish are kind of curious in it. And one thing I will say, from about a little after my next drop, 3 and 4 other people showed up with boats and started togging right in the same area, and they're dropping green crabs. So this test does get a little messed up because I start dropping the artificial baits right when those people came around. So I think it kind of threw the test off a little bit. Like, I knew the fish were going to be very wary of the artificial baits, and since they've got that scent, trail coming from the other boats, I think it might have brought them over to the other boats, because they started kind of dipping at this point. As soon as I started really getting to the artificial baits, the fish started showing no interest in my rig. So that's also, another point that how important chumming is with tautog fishing. Just continually chumming and keeping the fish around. Fish gum, I dropped it several times when I looked through this footage already, and they showed no interest in it whatsoever. I mean, in the past, I've tried the fish gum, and I had to kind of let it sit on the floor, the ocean floor, to get it to like really disperse the scent, and then the fish came around. But the fish are very clearly close to the fish gum and want no interest in it. So this is the crab fish bites right here. The water is super clear at this point. I think the tide is starting to, move to incoming, but just so clear this time of year. It's crazy to think this is a Long Island Sound. It looks like Bermuda. It's just so clear. Kind of a similar reaction to the fish gum. The fish just really weren't too interested in this, and maybe that has something to do with the other boats that are chumming and tog fishing, that the fish just are gravitated more towards those areas, and that kind of skewed the test. But yeah, fish bites was not working either. Same with fish gum. Fish gum was not working either. So now we're using the clam, and this is like an ideal drop. This is as perfect as it gets. Like, there's tons of fish in that cave. There's tons of fish to the right. This is like where they hang out. And it's tough for me to get my rig in that spot, and they showed no interest. So I threw the crab back down just to see if I could bring them back over, and here you go. I mean, that kind of proves it right there that the artificial just wasn't working, and they want the crab. So I mean, this is like immediately after. And I'm not sure if the GoPro is just exposing differently, but it definitely seems like darker in this clip, and I'm not sure if that's just the direction of the sun or whatever. I've got it auto exposing right now. But yeah, I hope you learned something from that test. I mean, the mussels, that was really fascinating to me. I'm definitely going to be using mussels a lot more for chumming, and then using the green crab as sort of like that treat for the tog. I think these tog are getting full at this point, and we're also getting to like midday. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Let me know if you want me to test any more baits out. Peace.